We're awaiting another set of observations from Ben Guerrier, and they pretty well understand where they're coming from as far as what parameters they feel like they can
at Ben Guerrier, there's a 5,000-foot overcast ceiling, which is go.
We're off now talking about the 5,000-foot ceiling again, and what we have there.
Lateral limit is 12. We are looking at another observation here in about the next 5 minutes, and I think we'll be able to give you a definitive go or no go at that time.
Okay, and we're told we should have another observation in within another 5 to 10 minutes, and that should be the definitive observation that would tell us whether or not we'll be able to go today.
Currently no go for tail weather. Copy that. Now conduct my poll at this time. Chief Engineer, verify ready, go, no go for flight. Engineering team is go. And KSC Director, Safety and Mission Assurance.
Listen to the weather, otherwise go.
Copy that, and I assume if we get a good call from the flight on weather, you're go.
Absolutely.
Okay, and payload processing director. Our payload flight elements are go. Okay, Cape weather. Roger, sure, we have no constraints to launch. Okay, and ops manager.
And how about consultants? Are the grantees allowed to hire consultants, and what are the guidelines for that?
They are allowed to hire consultants. It's certainly within the purview of the budget, and when the applicants fill out their budget form, as they'll see in the application, there is a specific line for consulting fees that they have to separate out for the year one.
And can the grant funds be used to support professional development activities?
Absolutely, as long as within the scope of the project. It's outside the scope of the project, we will be able to do that.
We have a phone call from Ken Alfred, is it, in New York City? Let's hear what Ken has to ask you. Ken?
Hi, I'm Kim from Alfred University. Will the grant support a person to come in and train professionals over the course of the grant period? If the institution...
This is shuttle launch control at T-minus 9 minutes in holding with 4 minutes 45 seconds remaining in this built-in hold. We are awaiting another weather observation from Ben Guerrier, and the mission management team feels that what will be crucial to that is whether or not the observation shows a trend in the right direction for us. So they're comfortable with the plan that they've developed, and now whether or not we implement that plan is contingent on what the observation is and whether or not we see a trend there that would make us comfortable with doing that. And basically all they're talking about doing is allowing up to 15 knots of crosswind rather than 12, which is the nighttime parameter. Flight director is now talking with Spaceflight Meteorology Group, and we have not seen a trend start here on that wind direction that we would like, so that's the topic of discussion right now between the flight director and SMG. Spaceflight Meteorology Group reporting that on the ceilings they are forecasting a chance of dropping to 3,000 broken. Also, last observation was still out of limits, but we're still awaiting that upcoming observation.
CGLS entity on 212.
GLS, go.
Cancel pending resume, please. We'll give flight more time to evaluate.
Complete.
Thank you. Houston flight, this entity, go ahead.
Okay, Steve, for you guys and the crew, we have looked at it very hard. Ben Guerrier right now is at 5,000-foot broken deck. The crosswinds right now are 11, peak 16. We do not expect that to diminish, so at this time we are no-go.
I copy.
And we do not expect any updates for the remainder of the window.
I copy that. Launch director entity on 212.
Go ahead, NTD.
Okay, we're still, we have canceled pending resume at this point, our nominal resume, and we are got a recommendation from flight that we've exceeded our TAL weather constraint. And we're looking for your attention, please. We're looking for your recommendation.
Okay, copy that. And Ops Manager? Ops Director.
Go ahead.
That looks like we're not going to get there today. Are you concurring with that?
Yeah, I concur with that recommendation. I think we're no-go.
Okay. And NTD and CDR?
Entities with you?
CDR. Okay, looks like everybody was trying to work towards getting us there today, but we're just a little bit out, and so we're going to need to scrub for the day. And I'm assuming we're going to go into an extended scrub turnaround.
Entity copies.
CDR copies.
Okay, attention all testing personnel on 212. We are scrubbed for today. At this point, we'll enter the recycle control sequence 18 on page 1085. And CGLS entity on 212.
GLS on 212.
Give cutoff.
Cutoff is given.
This is Shuttle Launch Control at T-minus 9 minutes and holding. We have just terminated the countdown for today's launch attempt. A scrub has been called. The consensus from the weather observations at Ben Guerrier by the team of Spaceflight Meteorology Group and our flight director at JSC and the chairman of the mission management team here at KSC is that weather is not going to work itself into something that we feel comfortable with, particularly in terms of the crosswind situation. So Launch Director Dave King has passed the word to NASA Test Director Steve Altimus to go into an extended scrub turnaround plan. At this point, we really don't know where we go from here, so we will be preparing to let the astronauts go back to the crew quarters while we attempt to look at our options and see where the next launch opportunity might be. At T-minus 9 minutes and holding with a scrub for today, this is Shuttle Launch Control.
And GLS 29. GLS confirms valid OI and PCMU active. Proceed with PCMMU. Power switch to off. Copy. And CDR, panel C3, OI PCMU, power switch off.